Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of One Take. So, I am here today to discuss something that we as a species constantly do that we need to stop immediately. And that is, drumroll, stop making things harder than they already are. Constantly do that. We make things that are already kind of difficult more difficult. Why do we do that? Let's take a couple real world examples. Let's talk about golf. Why are there multiple tee boxes? We should all just be at the closest one. It's a hard enough sport already. Have you seen the size of that ball? Cars, driving. For most people, it's hard enough as it is by themselves. Why add more cars to the road? Why let other people on there? And the McRib, for crying out loud, what does it take to get a McRib year round? It's not that hard. And yet we're making it harder than it needs to be. Whereas I joke, obviously, on a couple of these things. Well, the golf thing, given my game, I'd like to be as close as possible. And for those that really love the McRib, it's a real thing. But what we tend to do as humans is overcomplicate things that are already tough, that are already complicated. We make hard things harder. And for some reason, we just seem to do it naturally. I was having a conversation with a new employee that's with us here at Mortgage 365. And they were trying to figure out where to save things, on this drive, that drive, the virtual, this, that. I said, you know what? So you'll get there. But for right now, it's already hard enough. All the things that you have to learn. Just focus on making that as simple as possible and catch it up later. Save it to your favorite spot where you can have it and you know where it is. For these one takes, I'm constantly overthinking them. And I actually have to tell myself beforehand, besides that, I'm good enough, I'm strong enough. Anyway, that's a sidetrack. But just get on there and talk. Just get on there and speak. How often do we do that in marketing or in communications with our borrowers or with our prospects or with our clients? We just go on and on and on, and we make it harder than it needs to be. Take a throwback to when I was younger, and my dad said one time, I just wish you would shut up and get to the point, which I'm kind of thinking about right now. But the idea is that sometimes it's better to not make hard things harder or complicated things more complicated. Sometimes it's better to take the easiest route. It's better to find the easier way. Things are tough enough. Why not find the easier way to do the things that we can, the things that we can manage? And because the world's going to be filled with things. I started with a company, 6 or 8 years ago, and they use Macs instead of PCs. I'd never used a Mac in my life. I'm like, holy crap. This is like learning to walk again. And it was tough. Now, it's not their fault. And I'm not asking them that they should have changed that or things like that. What I'm saying is that we're going to come across those things already. So why make things more complicated that don't need to be? So think about the things in your life. Think about the things that you come across every day that you unnecessarily overcomplicate. Whether it's a communication, whether it's a process, whether it's just a way of thinking. It's a way of thinking of mortgage. Mortgage. I tell you something, you prove I'm not a liar, you give me money. That's a mortgage. Yes, it's way more complicated than that. However, it's that simple too. And sometimes we just need to get back to those basics. We need to find the easiest way to do things, the most fluid way to do things, because the world is tough enough. Things are hard enough. And you can't get a McRib year round. What the hell? Anyway, get out there, make it a great day, make it less complicated when possible, focus on what actually is important and needs to be done, and make it a great day. Did I already say that? See, I already complicated. This is One Take. Take care.